Hello, my name is Emily and I'm applying for a Bachelor of Science and Arts at UNSW. I graduated high school in 2022 and I've spent the last 2 years travelling on and off. At 18, I spent 6 months solo travelling around Europe, and this was an enormous learning curve, teaching me so much resilience and courage. During my time travelling, the women I met were the most courageous and fascinating and brilliant people I've ever met. And I think it's because we're all travelling in a world that constantly tells women, oh, be careful, I wouldn't do that if I was your age. And I heard a lot of that, but I was certainly prepared to back myself. During my travels, I'm probably too courageous for my own good at times. I found myself hitchhiking at 3 a.m. in Athens, and a week later I was stuck at the Bosnian border in the middle of the mountains without a passport, local currency or phone reception. When travelling alone, you're bombarded with these bizarre situations and you really have to think on your feet, and it made me a lot more resilient and adaptable, I think. I ended up trying to hitchhike across the border and managed to get into a food delivery bus that took me into Bosnia. I bumped into a bus driver there who offered to take me to the town that I needed to get to, and then without a map I used the street signs to find my way to my hostel at 11 p.m. at night in a foreign country. And so I think it was courage and resilience, but also a bit of luck that got me through days like that travelling. Travelling has also given me a passion for making a difference. Before travelling, I'd applied to a design degree, but since travelling, I've decided that I'm going to study science and arts instead, majoring in geography and development studies. Spending time backpacking in Asia especially really reminded me how lucky we are. In Australia, it's an absolute privilege to be able to study, and most of the locals I met overseas don't have the means or opportunity to do so at all. Even if they did have the money for a university degree, it's not a priority. It's a privilege that I have enough money for shelter and food, and then on top of this can prioritise my education, really. The hurdles for education they face are far more complex than money alone. And I hope to use my degree to work on improving structures for education to give others some of the opportunities that I've had. I would love to use my leadership skills and this degree to work as a volunteer overseas in the future, and I hope to use the scholarship to assist me in learning the skills I need to make a difference in the world. It's always been a dream of mine to study at UNSW, and this scholarship would help me do this financially and allow me to focus on my studies more, which is why I'll be studying. I've been working very hard to afford my travels this last year, and it would be nice to have less of a financial burden as I move to a new city as well. I'm excited to get involved in a lot of university activities and leadership, as I really enjoyed leadership in high school. I hope to make a similar contribution to UNSW community as well. Thank you so much for considering me for this opportunity.